So I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going. I don't drink. I find it unproductive.
What's she order? I have respect for the individuals that are in the pornography industry. We live in a free country, so if you want to watch it, turn on your camera.
Give them a cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sex sells, babe.
Sex sells. That's me.
That's against their religion.
So it's not within the confines of marriage.
Meet Miss I don't drink because it's unproductive.
And I go to bed at like midnight or sometimes even later. And then when we are here in Tulsa together, we don't go to bed for the first night until like 3-ish because we stay up talking because it's like a slumber party.
Right. You're catching up with your best friend.
Except now people are talking after brand new footage appeared that seems to show Erika Kirk partying with friends in New York and looking very intoxicated. That stands out because she has said there was a time when she rarely went out and mostly lived through her roommate's stories. So now people are asking if Charlie really knew who he was marrying. Some viewers believe Charlie may have been misled because he had very little dating experience before meeting Erika. Others think he understood far more than people realize. Either way, many are wondering how he missed so much when Erika had such a public life before their relationship.
And it's like 2 a.m. and I'd be like, we're having a sleepover. Like, this is really cool. I have a sleepover for the rest of my life with my best friend. Like, there's just like this hyper obsession. I'm still heavily obsessed with my husband. I always will be.
She appeared in beauty pageants, modeling campaigns, music videos, reality TV, and regularly posted on social media about spending time with friends and going out. That's why some critics say her later image doesn't fully match what was visible online before. They question how she came across as a Christian conservative trad wife who says she waited 5 years before meeting Charlie. To them, the timeline raises questions rather than providing clear answers. Then things get even more interesting when people point out that Erika seemed to use a very similar story with previous boyfriends. Just check out this clip of Erika talking about slumber parties and sleepovers with her ex-JT. Fast forward to today, and many viewers have noticed that Erika appears to be telling a very similar story when she talks about her sleepovers with Charlie. A lot of people think this is getting really strange. They say it feels like the same story being repeated, just with different people involved. Now let's look at the footage that's getting so much attention.
What alarms me about Erika isn't so much the fact that she lies, which we will prove to you over and over again, but it's also the fact that I don't know that she's aware that she's lying. It's almost as though she doesn't remember. Like the version that she's telling us today or yesterday was just recently downloaded into her mind, and she therefore thinks it's true. Like a faulty memory or something. I'm saying that I'm not sure if she's fully aware that she's lying, because it's like some of the lies are so stupid. She's just sort of going.
The clips were originally shared by Erika's cousin, Nicole Rothstein, who Erika has also described as her roommate. In the video, Erika and Nicole are seen enjoying themselves in New York City, visiting clubs, and one clip even shows Erika displaying liquor bottles in their apartment. In another moment, Erika appears unsteady while laughing and moving around the kitchen, and some viewers have described her as looking very intoxicated. There's also a separate clip where Erika appears to be making fun of Catholic nuns at a museum. To be fair, none of these clips show anything especially shocking or illegal. The reason people are talking about them is because some believe the footage doesn't match how Erika has described that period of her life.
Well, this one's easy. How long have you been married, and when did you know it was time to get married?
We've been married since 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Engaged 2020.
So it'll be 4 years.
4 years. We laugh about this because our dates are so messed up because of babies. Meaning, there's so many dates to remember.
Videos like these aren't unusual for many people who spent their 20s living in a big city. The reason they're getting attention isn't simply because Erika is seen partying. It's because some critics believe the footage doesn't line up with statements she has made about her life before meeting Charlie. She has said she didn't drink, that she didn't date for 5 years, and that she had long been a devoted Catholic. Because of that, some viewers see these older clips and question whether the full story has been told. Of course, people change, mature, and make different choices over time. That's completely normal. What some people don't understand is why parts of the past would be described differently if personal growth is already a perfectly reasonable explanation. They argue that simply acknowledging those changes would have avoided much of the current debate.
Erika was raised with her stepfather in her home, a man named Larry Ginta. In her high school yearbook, actually, Kent is included, her father, biological father, in a collage. Erika was exceedingly close to her stepfather, too. He's featured there, too. You've got Larry in the photo because he has been a fixture in her life since before her parents' divorce was ever finalized.
Supporters and critics have also pointed to smaller details that have added to the speculation. For example, Erika's Wikipedia page lists her birthday as November 20th, while divorce records involving her mother, Lori, reportedly list Erika's birth date as November 22nd. That 2-day difference may be nothing more than a simple mistake, but some online commentators believe even small inconsistencies can encourage more questions and distract people from focusing on bigger issues. Some online commentators argue that when the public becomes focused on small details, bigger questions can end up getting overlooked. They point to examples like Erika saying she doesn't drink while older footage appears to show her drinking, and they speculate about why those differences exist. Others go much further, suggesting elaborate theories, but those claims have not been substantiated with public evidence. Because of that, the conversation has expanded beyond old social media posts and past relationships. Some people have circulated allegations involving Erika and her mother, but those allegations remain unproven. Candace Owens has also commented that she finds Erika's way of telling certain stories unusual, saying it can come across as if she's repeating something from memory or following a familiar script. Whether that's simply a matter of communication style or something else is a matter of opinion, and viewers continue to debate it. But according to critics, the warning signs were there long before Charlie's death. They often point back to a memorable moment on Charlie's show when Erika appeared to struggle to recall her wedding date and even her children's birthdays, which sparked plenty of discussion online.
Was it after that? That's when you started pageants? Or when did that come about?
Right. So the pageant world to me is something that it was an interesting season of life. It was nothing that I was ever groomed for. It was nothing that was ever on my radar. I wanted to play professional basketball.
Tomboy.
That was my thing. I remember getting something in the mail when I had come home from school one summer, and it was like, hey, you should compete at Miss Arizona USA. Someone nominated you. And I was like, I don't know who would nominate me for that, but okay.
Critics have also questioned how someone with Erika Kirk's pageant background, whose public image has been closely tied to being Charlie's wife, could appear to forget such a significant date in her life. To them, that moment raised even more questions. They also point to her pageant story. Erika has said she decided to enter the Miss USA competition after receiving a pamphlet in the mail and that she wasn't specially prepared for it before competing. But here's why some critics believe the timeline deserves a closer look. Public records and pageant materials indicate that Erika participated in beauty pageants over several years, from around 2005 through 2012. Because of that, some people question later statements suggesting that the 2012 Miss Arizona USA competition was her first real introduction to the pageant world. They point to photos that appear to show Erika competing at the Miss Colorado USA pageant in late 2009 as part of that discussion. From there, some commentators connect those events to broader theories about Erika's upbringing.
Erika has been involved in pageants from the very beginning. Her mother is definitely The person who pushed that, I mean, one of her exes was very clear. He said to me, I was warned by another person in beauty pageant world that girl will do anything to get to the top, and her mother will do anything to help her get to the top. Her mother herself, Lori, was a model, actually, at one point. So that hunger for Erika to get to the top, there is a connection just based on discussions that I have had with multiple people to her mother.
Candace Owens has claimed that Erika's mother, Lori, encouraged and trained her for pageants from a young age. However, broader claims that Erika or her family were intelligence assets have not been substantiated with public evidence. Some commentators also say that when they started looking into Lori Fransvy, they found even more details they believed were inconsistent. They point to things like different versions of her name appearing in various records, including Lori, Loretta, and Lori Ann. While those differences can happen for many ordinary reasons, some online critics have treated them as part of a larger pattern. Another topic that has drawn attention is Erika's description of her childhood. In a New York Times profile published shortly after Charlie's death, Erika reportedly said that being raised by a single mother shaped her perspective. However, critics argue that public records and other statements paint a more complicated picture. Candace Owens has highlighted information suggesting Erika's father, Kent Fransvy, remained involved in her life, including a clip from Charlie's show in which Erika reportedly said that Kent had been a stay-at-home dad. Those differing accounts have fueled ongoing debate among people following the story.
Erika's father, Kent Fransvy, by the way, he's Kenneth Fransvy, but he goes by Kent, was always in her life. So much so that for entire years of her childhood, Kent was actually a stay-at-home dad.
My dad was a stay-at-home dad for a few years, and I gotta say, it was really sweet and really special.
Critics have also pointed out that Erika's parents reportedly did not separate until 1998, when she was about 10 years old. Candace Owens has further claimed that former classmates and past boyfriends told her Erika's father, Kent Fransvy, continued to play an active role throughout her teenage years, though those accounts have not been independently verified. They also note that, even setting Kent aside, Erika's stepfather, Larry Ginta, was reportedly part of her life beginning in her elementary school years. Supporters of this view argue that these details make the story of her upbringing appear more complex than it has sometimes been described. Based on the claims being discussed, critics argue that Erika had a stay-at-home father during part of her childhood, that her father remained involved after her parents' divorce, that her stepfather was also present for many years, and that her mother was married multiple times. Because of that, they question how the description of being raised by a single mother fits with those other accounts. For those critics, this resembles the debate over the drinking story, with different versions of past events leading to more questions. They believe the inconsistencies are significant, while others argue they could simply reflect differences in memory, wording, or personal perspective. From there, some online commentators have gone on to speculate about Charlie's role and have proposed broader theories, including claims of a coordinated psyop. However, there is no public evidence substantiating those claims, and they remain speculation rather than established fact. Ultimately, viewers have drawn very different conclusions from the same set of events. So after looking at all of these claims, timelines, interviews, and public records, the debate is still far from over. Some people believe the inconsistencies point to something much bigger, while others think there are simpler explanations, and that many of the more dramatic theories go well beyond the available evidence. No matter where you stand, it's clear this story has sparked a lot of discussion, and people will likely keep examining every new detail that comes to light. What do you think? Are these just misunderstandings and conflicting memories, or do the inconsistencies raise important questions? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to follow the story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.